Built for the London and North Eastern Railway, the 61306 Mayflower is one of only two surviving B1 class locomotives. The B1s were originally designed as mixed traffic locomotives capable of hauling passenger trains as well as freight trains. The B1s worked across almost all of the UK's rail network at the time, from East Anglia to Scotland. The Mayflower was built in 1948 by the North British Locomotive Company in Glasgow, but was delivered post-nationalisation and acquired the number 61306 by British Railways. She was the last B1 in service, and her final trip was hauling the Yorkshire Pullman from Leeds in September 1967. The Mayflower since was independently purchased for preservation and was initially based at Steamtown in Carnforth. She was fully restored for mainline operation and worked on a number of rail tours and trains in the 1970s. She was acquired by Steam Dreams in 2014, and she returned to mainline in around 2015. But she had been withdrawn for service for an extensive overhaul for some time. She has been repainted in the early British Railways apple green livery, as she was originally been given when delivered in 1948. And since then she has returned to full mainline operation in early 2019. Some facts about the Mayflower are that it has 2 cylinders, 6 driving wheels, a firebox grate area of 30 square feet, and it can operate at 75 miles per hour, which is obviously needed for mainline operation. Now we have here one of the many black fires that were built. The black fires were described as a do-anything, go-anywhere engine designed for both freight and passenger work. Designed by the LMS Chief Mechanical Engineer William Stainer, a total of 842 black fires were built between 1934 and 1951. He originally began his career with the GWR, the Great Western Railway, and incorporated some designs features of their locomotives. Similar to the GWR Hall class, the Blackfires have 2 outside cylinders, 6 driving wheels, and a very similar boiler arrangement, but was designed to be narrower to improve their route availability. This Blackfire, the 44871, was built in 1945 and was one of the last locomotives to be withdrawn from service with British Railways. She was one of 4 locomotives chosen to take part in the famous 15 guinea special on Sunday the 11th of August 1968. This was one of the last steam-hauled passenger services on the British Railways before complete dieselisation, which started on the following day. The 44871 is based at East Lancashire Railway, but can regularly be seen hauling the Jacobite along the West Highland Line from Fort William to Manning and back in the summer months. The Steam Dreams Railway Company, established in 1999, offer excursion trips on these locomotives. On Saturday the 20th of July 2019, they offered a very special top and tail of the 61306 Mayflower and the 44871 Black 5. They offered 2 trips on the same day. The first trip, running from London to Portsmouth and Southsea. And while their passengers enjoyed the likes of Portsmouth and the Isle of Wight and places such as that, they took the locomotives to Salisbury, so the people of Portsmouth could enjoy a trip on these wonderful locomotives. On these trips, there are several classes of travel. Premium Standard, which is basically the equivalent of the best first class service you'll get these days. First class, which is far superior to anything. 1950s coaches, 1950s first class. Then you have Premium Dining, which is where you can dine on board the train, and then of course Pullman style dining. Now at the time of our trip, it must have been popular, because all the Premium Standard seats were all sold out around about a month before it was due to leave. The only tickets available left were Pullman dining. This next clip is of the Mayflower and the Black 5 departing from Portsmouth and Southsea station on the return from Salisbury. This train would then also lead back to London. The departure time to go back to London wasn't for another 45 minutes. This meant the train had to be taken into a siding. This led for a lovely opportunity to watch both trains in motion again. Now, as you can see here, the Mayflower is pulling the train in the Black 5 into its siding. You'll also see at some point in the video a modern day electric train gets in the way, but it soon disappears and the beauty of the Black 5 in the background comes into sight again.